Hello guys, you are welcome to Suchos Pro. This is a follow-up, the a second video for Excel tutorial class for beginners. This is the second one. So if you know you have not watched the first one, the very first video for beginners, I will put the link in the description section. So just go and watch it, then continue with this one. So it's well detailed. Okay, I want to use this opportunity to thank those of you that have been giving me super thanks. I want to thank you. That super thanks button there, you can still give it to me. For those that don't know that you can appreciate me through that super thanks, you just click that super thanks and give me whatever. Just appreciate my efforts, whatever you want to appreciate me with. Thank you so much for those that have always been doing that. I appreciate you. You guys are the real reason why I'm here. Thank you very much. Okay, now we are going to continue the class. Today we are going to be looking at auto filling sequence. There are things you need to know in Excel that will actually make your work very fast and easy. So if I want to write a days of the week, along the column, I can just write Monday. Yeah, so and I want to also write Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So instead of doing it like that, Excel already knows that after Monday is Tuesday. So just select the cell and come to this dot, then click and drag down. So Excel automatically fills the rest for you. Then for like we did in our last class, for this one, this Wednesday is crossing the cell. So you can just come here and double click. So it adjusts. Double click to adjust the cell or the column. So that's just that. So even if I do a short form, Excel already knows as well what follows. It knows the sequence. So just drag, it gives you everything Monday to Monday, depending on how far you want to go with that. It's also the same thing with numerical figures. If I put one here, but in this case we need to give it a pattern. Yeah, you have to show a pattern. That means you can't just put a number. You need to put like two, so that Excel will know the pattern which you want your numbers to. So if you just put one and drag down, it will just copy this one or two, because it doesn't know the pattern. So what I mean by pattern is, if I put one here and put two under, so it means that I have a pattern. So he knows that the next one should be 3. So you have to now highlight the 2 box. Is a must. You have to select the 2. So Excel considers the 2 figures, then knows the pattern. And of course, what Excel will have to determine is the difference between the first and second, which is 1. So it keeps adding 1 to get the next. So if you drag down, you see that's that. Okay, so if I do 2 4, so it knows the pattern already, that I'm looking for even numbers, with difference of 2. So it keeps adding 2 to get the next one. So this is quite interesting, you get. And again, you can even put months. If I put January in a short form, okay, I don't need to put pattern here because Excel knows that after January, February. So you can drag to January. So you can still do that in full form, as in writing the January, the full letter, the full word January is the same thing. So now I want to show you another thing quickly. So it doesn't limit you. It must not be in this pattern. You can still take it backward or to the left or to the right, depending on how you want to position it. So if I do Monday, and I want to fill my Monday across the row towards my right hand side, I'll just drag it, the same thing, it fills it for me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if I want to go backwards, it's the same thing. It goes backwards. Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. If I want to go up, it's still backward in vertically, it's the same thing. If I want to go down, it's the same thing. So no matter how you want to feel yourself, Excel got your back. The same thing is applicable for other ones, figures and months and the rest of them. Okay, let's do the same thing with numbers. Okay, I'll put 1 here, 2 here. So if I drag towards my right, it fills the rest automatically. Sorry, what did I do? Control Z. Select the two cells, then drag. Okay, it automatically fills up that one. So if I drag to my left from this point to my left, you see negative values: 0, 0, 1, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. If I want to go vertically, I need to also specify the pattern. Yes, I need to put these two here. And then I will now highlight the two, drag to the top. See 0, -1, -2. If you drag again down, okay. So with this you can plot your graph. So very wonderful and interesting. The next one is autofill function. If you have some list of names or items that depending on your job, and you type them often in your work in the spreadsheet, you can create autofill for yourself. Just list down all those items and create autofill. So let me just delete all these ones so that I can quickly show you how that is done. For example, I will just use names. I'll put James, okay, John, okay, Esther, okay, Jude, okay, Joy, okay, Jide, okay, Toby, okay, I have Frank. Let me end here. So I have this maybe I'm a business person and I normally work with these people, and I used to, each time I'm doing a report or preparing an Excel workbook, I type these names over and over again. So we can just do our own custom autofill, just the same way. If you type January, the Excel recognizes it and autofills the rest. So whenever I type James, I want the Excel to recognize the next as John and the next as Esther, and we should be able to autofill all of them. So this one helps you when you have a whole lot of lists of items or names to work on. So if you just type all these names once, you can create autofill for yourself. So subsequently, you don't need to be typing them. So now I'm going to show you that. So come to file menu, go to more, and you click on option. Okay, so when you click on option, select advanced. Okay, when advanced is open, you scroll through down to this place and you locate create list for use in sorts and fill sequence. So edit custom lists, click on edit custom list. So now take note of this. You already have Sunday, Monday. This is why Excel was able to autofill all those ones we did. You get, for words you have Sunday, Monday, January, February. That's why it was able to recognize those things. So here, this is where you type the names. That's one of the first steps, is to type it by yourself. You can type, press enter. You type the second one. Then another way you can do it, which is simpler, since we already have it typed in the workbook in our spreadsheet, what we can do is we click on add. Okay, sorry, it's not add first. Okay, if you don't want to follow that option, the easiest one, which I prefer, is once you have typed the, just like we have done, we have already typed it in our spreadsheet, is to import it. So we click on import. Okay, click on this, click on import. So this is it already. We have James, John, Esther, Jude, Joy, Jide, Toby, and Frank. Click on add, then click OK. So now if I type the first name there, which is James. Okay, once I type James and drag down, the software knows the next. Yeah, James, John, Esther, Jude, Joy, Jide, Toby, Frank. So this is how to create custom autofill. So depending on what you are doing, if you are doing accounting, you're always balancing sheets, and you have some item that is always recurring and recurring, each time you are doing your balance sheets, you type those things. You can create an auto or a custom field for yourself, so such that once you just type the first one, you drag down or drag towards left or right, depending on what you want to achieve, and you get it done. The next thing is to show you how to use the sorting in Excel. So we have to use sort in Excel. I quickly type these values. So let me just fill in the serial number using what we have already learned in this class. Okay, that's good. Okay, then let me centralize it. Okay, for us to hit the sort icon here, we first of all select what you want to sort. So when you click on sort and filter, you can sort A to Z, that is alphabetical order when you sort A to Z. Okay, but before that, let us let's practicalize something. I want to be sure that the sorting is actually affecting all the values, so everything is arranged properly. It's not that the only the words are being sorted and the values are not moved. So for us to be sure, so this is Avengers, BV, the studio, and these are the corresponding figures. So after sorting, we'll cross check to see if it's still the same thing. Okay, so now I will select again. Okay, select again, go to sort and filter, A to Z. So where is our Avenger? So this is down in alphabetical order. C A B F M S T. So that's alphabetical order. So now Avenger has the Studio BV, it's still the Studio BV, and the worldwide is 2100. Avengers 2100, and they have 700. We have 500. So it sorts the rows corresponding to the actual item or title, so we don't have anything to worry about. That's one aspect of sorting. We can also sort from Z to A. Okay, Z to A, this is what we have. Yeah, so but if you want to do a custom sorting, that maybe you want to do your own in a particular way, just the way you want it, so we can do custom sorting. So you still select all the items and click on sort and filter, then select custom sort. Okay, so this custom sort helps us to specify what we want to sort by. So sort by what? Movie title. So by default it was movie title, so but I can change it. I want to sort by worldwide. Okay, I want to sort by worldwide. Yes. So what are you sorting on? Cell values. Yeah, cell values. You can select cell color. If you have a color, you can select font color. You can select conditional formatting icon. It depends on what you want to sort. So me, I'm selecting cell values. So what order is it? Largest to smallest? Yes, I want it largest to smallest, not smallest to largest. It depends on what you want. Then I'll click on OK. Yes, it's sorted by worldwide. If you look at the worldwide, you see the largest value is on the top, followed by the other one, to the list. So I'm using worldwide to sort. So this becomes the basic sorting parameter. So every other thing, this one must not be in alphabetical order anymore. So this is the focus. So from large value to small value. If you want to go the other way around, you can still go and change it, maybe from smallest value to largest value. You see the inverse will be the case. So using this worldwide as the case study or as reference points to do the sorting, that's just what it means by custom. I'm now customizing it. I can do the same thing for domestic or overseas. Okay, now you can get another level of sorting in your custom. So let's go back. You click on custom sorting. You can add another level here. So let me change this into largest to largest to smallest. So we can add another level to it. Click on add level. So now this one I will sort by, after sorting by worldwide, the second one should be by domestic. You can choose any other one. By domestic cell values, yes, I will still do largest to smallest. So that is 8. So this is what I have. So largest to smallest. So first of all, sort by worldwide. This one is largest in worldwide, largest in worldwide. Then when you are done sorting by worldwide, you also consider the domestic. That's second level. You get. So that's that. Okay, so let us still check these Avengers and see if anything has changed. So we have Avengers, BV is the studio. We have the worldwide is 2100, 700 and 500. So this is just all about sorting. You can play around with the custom sorting to be specific about what you want to show, how you want to arrange your data. That's just that. The next one is to, yeah, okay, we're already done with the sorting, so let's do filter. So for filter, what I would do is to, okay, let me just insert a row. Insert a row. Yes. Okay, so for filter, I will just select the area where I want to add filter, and I will head straight to where this filter and click on filter. Okay, you see all these columns already have this button. All of them has this button. So if I want to filter movie title, I can click on movie title. If you look at you see everything is highlighted. That's why you are seeing everything. So if I highlight, if I deselect all and say let me show Black Panther, only Black Panther, and I click OK, it will filter everything. Okay, let me delete this one. We are done with this. Okay, so it shows me only Black Panther. Okay, so I can go back and say and click on select all, and everything comes back. So the same way, if I come to studio, I can deselect all and click on BV. So I want to see everything about BV Studio. That is just that. So if I have hundreds of them, it will only display hundreds of them. So if it's just one, you will see only one. So this is very important when you have if you have plenty data on your desk and you want to filter out and just focus on one or two things at a time. This is help you to analyze your data without flooding the whole place with other information. So this is very, 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 very important. So that is how to do filtering. You get. So yeah, okay, another way to clear, you can still come to filter here and click on clear. Everything returns back to normal. So for this one that has values, you can come here and click the values. You can deselect all. You want to see the $900 and it shows you that. So you can go and deselect, okay, and clear. I'll clear. So we can also do a quite number of things. We can do sort by color, sort by large. All those ones you can do. Okay, we can also do some little customization here. So you go to number filters. Okay, equals no does not equal greater than. So let me just okay, above average. So if I select above average, the Excel will show me all the values that are above average. It will quickly calculate the average figures and display those that are above average. So these are the figures that are above average. I can go back again and select maybe below average. This is what I have. Then I can still go back again and say top 10. Of course, what I have here is not up to. Do I have up to 10 items? Okay, I don't even have up to 10 figures. So but if you have top 10, if you have hundreds of data here, you can do top 10 and you will get top 10. Okay, so the same way you can play around all these values here. Okay, we can do some custom filter. So let's just go to custom filter. So we can do some little customization. You click on custom filter. So for here you can select range of values you want to see. Range of values you want to see. So I'll click on is greater than or equal to greater than or equal to 1200. And so these two things are different. So if I use and, it means it's going to consider the two conditions are going to work together to provide an output. But if I use or, that means it's going to use one of the two to give me output. So now I'm using and is greater than or equal to 1200 and is less than let me use 8,000. So it's not going to show me values beyond 8,000, from 8,000 and above. So it's going to show me values less than 8,000 but equal to or greater than 1200. So this is what I want to see. So when I click OK, it's going to filter it like that. So you can't see anything less than 2,100 or greater than 8,000 or equal to 8,000. So that is just how to do your custom filtering. You can just play around it. You just click on this, go to number filters, select custom filter. You can play around it to display what you want to display. So I want to show us how round functions operates, how you can use round up and round down in Excel sheet. So let us start with round. So I will just of course, before you put any mathematical operation, the first thing is equal sign. Okay, that's the first thing we did in our last class. If you have not watched my last class, you can just go and watch it now. So if you have been watching to this point and you are yet to subscribe, I will beg you to just subscribe, like this video, share it share the video and give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I will open up a browser. Okay, I will type round. Okay, you see round, select it. So you have a round function, round down function, and round up function. So I will select this round, then you open bracket. It says put a number and number of digits. So what's the value I want to round up? I want to round up this value. Then I'll use a comma to separate them, and where am I rounding it up to? So I'll put 0. So I'll put 0. So 0. Let's just see what the outcome is going to be. Then I'll press enter, hit the enter button. So it rounds it to the nearest whole number. So I can drag it down or copy it down or through to this other one. So it rounds this to 8, to the nearest whole number. This is just an approximation. Yeah. So if I do round up, equals sign, first round up. Okay, click on round up, then select this value, comma, 0 in enter. So let's copy it down. So this rounds up, this one goes to 9. So this is not an approximation, it rounds it up to the nearest whole number. Even if this is 8.001, it rounds it up to 9. It is rounding up, it's not normal approximation. This one is the same thing, rounds up. If you are to do normal approximation, this is supposed to be 6, because if it's not up to 0.5, you don't need to take it to the nearest whole number. You get. Well, this is round up, it takes it to nearest a whole number, irrespective of what fraction it is. Okay, so now let's look at round down. Round down. So still select this comma 0, close the bracket, enter. Okay, so rounding down, so it's an opposite of round up. So it just takes it down to the whole number. Even if you have 4.9, it takes it down to 9. If you have 8.9, it takes it down to 8. If it is not up to that whole number, it will not get to the whole number. So I will just copy it down to the other ones. You see, that's just it. This is 9, this is 6, this is round down. So okay, now I'll simply change this 0 here to 1, so that we see what the change is going to be. Hit the enter button. See, that is to 1 decimal place. You get. Okay, if I change it to 2, the same thing. You get. So I can also copy it down to these ones, and it gives me that. Then the easiest way to do it, I will show you. The easiest way to do it is let me just do Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z is to select all, then click on Ctrl F, Ctrl F is find. So find and replace. I'll click on find and replace. So find 0 anywhere you see 0 among the list I selected, replace it with 3. Okay, I want to use 3. I'll replace it with 3. I'll click on replace all. So, okay, we made 18 replacements. That's fine. So okay, close. So that's it. 3 decimal places. So this is just how to use round, round up, and round down. So this is Excel class. I'm trying to take my time to teach Excel from beginning to end, so just stick around as I keep giving you more tips on Excel. Okay, the next thing I want us to look at is cell positioning using relative and absolute. So there's a way you do your arithmetic multiplication or calculation, and you would like to fix some cells, or maybe make it relative, or when you fix it, it's called absolute, and when you don't fix it, it's called relative. So we just quickly do the examples. Let me just put in some data. I'll put 2 and 4 here. Okay, then I'll take it down. Okay, so in this place, let me use 7 or 2. Okay, so here I will just do small mathematical operation equals to, I'm going to multiply this by this. Okay, so if you look at what I have, there is B2 times C2. So I'm starting with relative. So if I'm to copy this down, relative is what I'm doing. So this is if you double click on it, you see B2 C2. That's what I have there. Okay, so the second one, because it is relative, is supposed to be B3 C3. B3 C3. So let me double click. You see B3 C3 because it is relative. Okay, the same thing for this one is supposed to be B7 C7. So because it is relative, so that's what we have there. Then if I copy this and drag it towards my right. Okay, you see, even if you double click this one, you see E9 F9. So it is relative, it keeps moving, you know, it keeps moving. That's being relative. So let us try another one. Let's combine relative and absolute. So relative, absolute will be the next one. Okay, for the absolute relative, let me delete what, okay, sorry, let me delete this one. Yeah, delete this one too as well. Okay, so we use a dollar sign to fix some cells or column of rows. So I'll first of all fix the column. The columns are the alphabetical ones while the rows are the numerical. So if I use okay, to fix a cell, to get the absolute is simply adding a dollar sign before the column or row symbol. So you put the a dollar sign before B, means absolute B, which means that the column on B line is going to be fixed. You get? So if I put another dollar sign before sorry, let me, okay, so it's correct now. So I will put dollar sign before C. So that means the column number C is going to be fixed. So but this is not where I want to put the dollar sign. I want to put it before B. Let me use that one and leave this one. Okay, so and this simply means absolute B relative 2. So if I put dollar sign before the 2, it means absolute B absolute 2. So this one now means that the cell, this particular cell B2 is going to be fixed, but that one will be the third example. So let us fix the column first, which is absolute B, means that this column is going to be fixed, but the row will be relative. So absolute B relative 2. So I will hit the enter button. So I will still do the same thing, drag down, I'll copy. So you see the value. So if I go through this way and let's check this one, double click, you see the column B is fixed. It doesn't move along this column, but the rows are changing. The rows are relative, they move, but the column is fixed. You get? So if we go and click here, the same thing, the column remains the same thing because it's absolute, while the row keep changing. You get? So now let's do the last one. That's the absolute. Okay, the absolute. I'll delete. Two equals I will say this times this. So I want to fix this B, this cell B, I want to fix it. So if I want to do that, I will simply add dollar sign before B and dollar sign before 2. So with this cell, the particular cell is absolute. It will change. It will not change as I copy about. It will not change. You get? So I'll hit the enter button. Okay, then I'll copy down. You get? So it is 2. So let's check all of them one by one. You see that one still remains there, it doesn't change because it is absolute. It remains there, it doesn't change because it is absolute. It remains there, it doesn't change because it is absolute. Just because I added dollar sign before the B and before 2, the numerical number 2. So if I still copy and move towards my right to get all these values. If I check this cell, you see it's still there, it doesn't change. Check this one, it's still there, it doesn't change. So if I change this value now to 10, you see how everything is going to be changed. Get? So that's just the beauty of it. So there are so many things you can do with this function in your calculation. Get? So this is it. So I'm going to end here. I'm going to end here today. So but if there's anything you want me to teach you about, you can just put it down in the comment section. I will do that for you. If you want me to talk about any part of Excel, teach anything about Excel, just drop down the concern, the topic. I'm going to look into it and create a video on that, so that you keep learning. So if at this point you are still not a subscriber, please just subscribe to my channel, like my video, give me a thumbs up, and put down a comment below. Just write anything encouraging. Okay, thank you very much, and see you next time.